Hi everyone, Donut here. Today I'm going to be breaking down a video out of Charlotte County, Florida that's both heroic and tragic. This incident involves an ambush on a deputy who was just trying to help someone in need, and the incredible response that prevented further bloodshed. It's a tough one, but we're going to walk through what happened, the decisions that were made, and the actions that saved lives. Let's get into it, but first, there is going to be an ad on this video. I appreciate everyone who sticks around for this ad because I will be donating $10,000 to the families of the fallen sergeant. Your support truly makes a difference, and I love you all. Now for our sponsor. Our sponsor for this video is Raycon earbuds. Hell yeah, it's 2025, everyone. You know what that means. The gyms are going to be completely crammed with people. People who like to yap, and take up all the machines and make you angry. But guess what you can do to drown them out? Get a pair of Raycon earbuds because they have awesome noise cancellation, which is often difficult to find at an accessible price point. That's right, Raycon start at just half the price of other premium audio brands. Let's say you need your gym bro there to help you get your max bench and dangle his wobbly bits in your face. What if you want to listen to the same song? Well, Raycons have multi-point connectivity. You can both listen from the same device. 32-hour battery life ain't bad either. Working out really hard, you don't want them to fall out? Well, guess what? They're not going to fall out. I'm personally going to be using Raycons for the gym and all of the traveling that I'm going to do so I can drown out the babies on the airplane. When I can't physically drown them, I can drown them out in my head. Not only do they come with a cool little charging case, if you're scared you're going to break it, they also have protective case covers. Even with the protective case on, they do wireless charging. 10 minutes of charging will get you 90 minutes of battery life. So if you want your own pair of Raycons, all you got to do is go to buyraycon.com/operator. That'll get you 15% off site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/operator. Before we dive into this Florida story, let's take a quick little detour over to Lonoke County, Arkansas. This is where the justice system somehow made a protective father look like the bad guy. Meet Aaron Spencer, a combat veteran and father who got hit with a second-degree murder charge for, get this, defending his 14-year-old daughter from a convicted predator. Here's how it all went down. It's October 8th, just past midnight, and Spencer calls 911 to report his daughter missing. While deputies are on the way, Spencer finds her inside of a truck with this thing. He claims to be a 67-year-old man. My favorite part of this picture is that part right below his name. Now, if you're wondering what a 67-year-old man is doing alone with a 14-year-old girl who isn't a family member inside of a truck, let me fill you in. The old man had already been arrested for stalking and doing the R-word to this girl earlier. The previous summer, he had assaulted her. How's he not in prison? Well, he was released on a $50,000 bond pending trial. And let's not forget his 36 counts of possessing pictures and things of children. This is not a misunderstood soul who's trying to turn his life around. This is someone who needs to meet Mr. Chippy. He was out on bond because I guess in some places, justice systems don't f***ing exist. So back to the story. The father of the girl confronted the old man, and this is where it starts sounding like a familiar story. If you've seen that clip or you've seen Jody Plauché on the Unsubscribed podcast, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's raw, it's emotional, and it's exactly the type of thing most parents would do when they are pushed to their limit. Which, by the way, look up that 1984 incident involving Gary Plauché and his son, Jody. Jody wrote an excellent book about it that you can get on Amazon. We actually recreated that awesome under-the-arm headshot on Brandon Herrera's channel. That video is called Dad Kills Son's Kidnapper, recreating the Gary Plauché shot. That involved Eli Double Tap, Fat Electrician, King Trout, myself, and Brandon Herrera trying to make that shot. In a similar way to the Jody and Gary Plauché incident, things got heated. The father ended up shooting the old creep, which from what I've already told you, he shouldn't be charged with anything. You think that would just be the f***ing end of it? The prosecutor decided that Spencer needed to be charged with second-degree murder and tacked on a firearm enhancement just for fun. I mean, let's be clear. The dead guy isn't someone who's just trying to explain a misunderstanding. This dude had a no-contact order. The 14-year-old daughter's mom even thought that the suspect might even kill her daughter to silence her. And yet here we are with the father sitting in jail. This sounds like self-defense to me. Sheriff John Staley, who seems to be one of the only people who has common sense in this mess, summed it up pretty well. He said, as a parent, I can't tell you I wouldn't act the same way. At the end of the day, it is the prosecutor who decides to file the charges. And they decided that the father should be treated like a criminal when he was trying to protect his daughter. Anyways, had to get that one off my chest. Let's get on to our main video. Charlotte County, Florida, December 15th, 2024, 3 p.m. A Charlotte County deputy was doing what they do, running license plates. He came across a white pickup truck with a financial suspension meaning that they didn't have any insurance. He pulls the truck into a gas station where things seem pretty normal. Simple, routine traffic stop. Someone doesn't have insurance on their car. The driver was cooperative, explaining that he was just homeless and living out of his truck at the time. For over an hour, the deputy sat there and worked with him to try and resolve the insurance issue. He didn't just write him a ticket and tell him, oh, too bad. He was actually trying to help this man. He went so far as to try and contact his insurance provider so his truck wasn't towed. Above and beyond for an officer. But how was that officer's kindness repaid? Sadly, with extreme violence. Now you can see there that the deputy was right at the end of the man's truck, just out of sight of the security camera. The deputy was struck multiple times. Even while on the ground, he was shot. He had no time to even defend himself. Shooter didn't stop there though. After the attack, he fled the scene, swapping out his Florida tags for Georgia tags, then donning a ballistic vest loaded with armor, magazines, and even medical equipment. It kind of sounds like he was prepared for a fight. A multi-agency manhunt kicked off immediately. About an hour later, the suspect's truck was spotted in a Popeyes parking lot. Corporal Nate Edwards was the first to spot the vehicle and called for backup. Deputy Andrea Short arrived within minutes, and the two began a tactical approach, fully aware that they were dealing with someone who was willing to kill a police officer.
Sheriff's office, show me your hands! Step out of the car! Step out of the car and show me your hands! Step out of the car!
Back up.
Here's the crucial moment. Deputies positioned themselves and repeatedly told the suspect to show his hands. Instead of complying, the suspect made an overt movement towards the rifle sitting in his lap.
Go through the drive-through side.
Step out of the car right now! Bro, I can't see his fucking hands!
Let me see your fucking hands! Now!
Deputy Short fired one shot, striking the suspect in the head and ending the incident. It was a decisive and accurate action that saved no telling how many lives. If I'm being honest, not one of the most visual shots we've seen, but holy shit if that wasn't satisfying. Knowing that this guy had executed an officer that was trying to help him out, and now his brain is spaghetti just makes the video better. Real quick, let's take a slowed down and zoomed in look at the suspect reaching for his rifle.
Subject, go through the drive-through side.
Step out of the car right now! Bro, I can't see his fucking hands!
Let me see your fucking hands! Now!
After the Charlotte County Head Removal Service wrapped up their work, deputies moved in to secure the scene, disarm the shooter, and discovered an extra arsenal in the process. Inside the truck, deputies found a stash that could have kept Chicago shooting for minutes, maybe hours. Over 1,000 rounds of ammo, multiple rifles, gas masks, knives, and even hallucinogenic mushrooms. This wasn't just someone carrying for self-defense. This was a person geared up for a prolonged fight. The vest had level 3 plates in it and was loaded with spare magazines, a trauma kit, and more. Before we wrap up, I want to pay tribute to Sergeant Elio Diaz, who tragically lost his life in this incident. He was a dedicated officer who truly cared about helping others, spending over an hour that day trying to assist someone in need. To his family, friends, and fellow officers, our thoughts are with you. Charlotte County lost a hero, but his legacy of compassion and service will never be forgotten. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's more of one of the sad ones, but like I said at the beginning, we're hopefully going to be able to get that $10,000 to his family. If you want to help support the channel, donutoperator.com. Follow me on all other social media platforms, and until next time, have a fantastic day.
Whacker.